Hey y'all, it's Elisha and welcome back to Elisha's Crafty Hobla. Most of you are likely asleep by now, but I said if I had the energy, I would come back on and do the ATCs, and I'm a woman of my word. If I didn't have the energy, I would have practiced self-care and I would have gone to bed. But y'all, I got a second wind and I said, well, it's ATC time. Oh my goodness, am I glad I did it. Before we begin, I got to show you something really beautiful. Look at this beautiful card I got from Liz Nixon. And the irony is, Liz, that you thought, you were like, I'm not a very good card maker. I thought this was beautiful. And folks, I studied it a little because what's neat is that Liz's card is very, almost soft, fluffy. I know that sounds like a very strange way to describe it, but it's beautifully dimensional. So I was like, how'd she do that? So you know me, I'm going to go take a peek. You know what the secret is? Bigger foam squares. And it looks amazing. So I learned something today, Liz, looking at this. I disagree. I think you're a very good card maker. I thought this was stunning. 2 strips of lace, one on each side. Again, this was beautifully propped up. Like just elegantly propped up. Thicker dots so it has more heft and lift. I'm not sure if you distress stained. It looks like you did. But this paper is also so stunning, so it's very hard to discern. If you did distress stain this, you're an expert at it. Because it's very hard to tell. What you sure did do though, and unfortunately my camera, Liz, won't be able to pick it up, all this beautiful detailing she did on the flowers and the butterfly. Oh, it's so elegant in person, y'all. Yeah, but you see the camera, you really can't pick up the fine detail. Then one of the little satin bows that she tied with the floral. It's a beautiful card. Liz sent me this card just to let me know that she knows that life is tougher in New York and that she thinks about that and realizes that I come on here every day and I usually bring my usual optimistic spirit. Sometimes I share with you when I'm scared or sad, like I did about my husband today. But she says, you know, I know this is not an easy journey and I want you to know I'm thinking of you. I was so moved, Liz. I just thought this was, you know, I don't know if it's like the last 48 hours and the waterworks, but like this note that you wrote me and what you had to say just touched me greatly. So not only did you make me this beautiful card, but the letter you wrote me was special. So thank you. She also sent me beautiful rickrack tucked in there. It was like this summer rickrack. And she had Tiffany blue, which is my favorite, but also this beautiful sky blue. And this is the baby rickrack, which I love. I've learned I like baby rickrack a lot. So I've never seen it in this sort of almost French blue. It's beautiful. Thank you for that. So I had to share that because I just thought it was, I just thought it was very, very special. And so I want to say how much I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's start with the ATCs because we have some beauties. And the first one we're going to start with today is our birthday girl, Michelle Bastian. Check this out, y'all. I think this is her first ATC ever, and it's a wowzer. Michelle, I got to tell you something. I'm pretty amazed by this ATC. First of all, you are one creative person. I have learned a lot about you through this one card. Folks, there's like in the background, there's this beautiful floral paper, but then she has coated it. That's what was remarkable. Coated, glittered, texturized it. And I'm not sure what medium she used to do it, but it's mixed media. It's beautifully done. And the sparkle is delicate, but it's phenomenal. I wish you could, all you're going to see is muted pink. But I'm telling you, there you can see a hint of the florals. This was a really nice job. And then this grass, you can tell it's tiered. Look at it. Yeah. I couldn't do that my first month of crafting. I was really impressed. You're going to see in a video that I have already preloaded for tomorrow that I just got a new die for grass because I couldn't get it to do this. This is really impressive. And then we have like these flowers that she's built up and layered. And look how beautifully done it is. When you look at it straight on, they just all make sense. But when you actually look at it like this, you can see how dimensional they are. Really well layered. Like Michelle, I don't know, I was super impressed by this. This is her signature piece. This is her ladybug. And that's going to be kind of like the domestic fox has the fox. this is going to be Michelle's signature. So when you see a little ladybug worked into some of her projects, it has meaning. And this is a beautiful fluttering butterfly, double layered thick, as you can see. Look, I'm letting it peek through so you can see. And you won't be able to see the antennae very well on it, but they're very, very delicate. I loved this card. I cannot believe this is your first ATC. It's gorgeous. And the mixed media you did. And all the flowers are glittered up. I mean, really, I don't even need to say that because everything else is just so gorgeous. But they are. I mean, the detail in this is, this is beautiful. So this is Michelle Bastian. I'm going to put every lady down below. And I always strongly encourage you to check out these people. The thing that I think that's so magical about the ATCs is you see who these women are. And I think that's why I like this challenge so much. Everyone got to represent themselves in a little work of art. And I don't know, everyone makes me want to go and watch their channel every day. And I can't imagine you don't feel the same way when you see these pieces. I mean, if this is Michelle's first ATC, imagine what we're going to get from this lady. I mean, really, this was something. Wow. Well, our next one comes to us from a friend of mine and her cats. And I'm not joking. No, this is from Pat Sweeney, Tiger and Martin. They signed it. Oh, yes, they did. Now you see why I want you to send Pat Sweeney any cat stamps or stickers or dies you've got. Okay, so Pat's a clean crafter. You got to know this. With 20% vision or less, maybe she's got 16%, we're not sure. Because, unfortunately, during the virus, she can't get her medicine. She will always be a better clean crafter with that level of vision than I have with my perfect vision. Really. And yet, when she makes me stuff, she makes it chunky. This is not what Pat does. Pat's like a super clean crafter. But she makes them chunky because she knows I love them. So I got this and I pulled it out and I cracked up laughing because I was like, you managed to make the cats chunky. I do love it. And she knew, she kept saying, have you looked at it yet? And I was like, no, I never peek. I tell you guys the truth. I don't peek. So, okay, so it's super dimensional. It's still clean crafting. It's just that it's really well layered. This is what I cannot do with clean crafting that I wish I could do. So we have the meow layered up, the paws, the fish. What's really cool about this is that Pat has managed to make the cat food can, and you can see it. See how there's like great depth dimension between these two? So I looked at it to see if she used the larger dots. She didn't. It's the way she angled them. It really worked, Pat. It's unbelievable. And then on top of that, she layered the fish. So you have lots of dimension. It's a perfect focal point. And then there's a can of tuna fish. Now the back is as cute as the front. And the reason she can do that is I have Pat's address because we're friends. So I got to show this to you. It is like the cutest back. Meow, meow, meow. Tiger and Martin signed it. Look, okay, now you understand. Any cat stamps you have, any cat dies you have, when you were sending off your package to Pat, you can see she's going to put it to good use. I'm telling you, this was adorable. I cracked up. She has a cat that is like half Mancoon. And if you know anything about that kind of cat, they're like cat dogs. They have the best of the cat personality and the best of the dog personality. I love this kind of cat. And she has a super fluffy one. And he lies on his back like this. And he has a big old belly. And it's like the kind of belly you just like, you're going to rub it. And I love Mancoons. So even being allergic to cats, if I'm around a Mancoon, I can't help it. I gotta grab them. I love them. And her cat is like a snuggle guy. It's like you look at this cat and you just want to snuggle him up. Ugh. These are so much fun. All right, now we go on to the next one. Are you ready, y'all? This came from Jay. I gotta tell you, Jay, I was blown away by your packaging. I was blown away. I was mesmerized by your packaging. I wish I could have shown everybody as I pulled everything out. So I don't know that I can do this service that it should be done because Jay sent it in a genius folder. The one thing Jay did not do was put Jay's return address on the envelope, which was super risky. What if it had gotten lost? What if something had happened to it? All right, so let me show you Jay's card. Yeah, super amazing card. Now, I had to peek because I was like, okay, the butterfly's covering. Does that not say magical moments? But it does. Okay, so Jay built an enclosure. This was so smart. with a Velcro dot for Jay's card. Tucked inside was this amazing envelope. Look at this. Amazing. And was smart enough to put Jay on the back in case I wasn't organized. Because, you know, it can happen. When you have like 90 ATCs, it can happen. It hasn't yet, but it can. So I appreciate that too. But will you all just take a look at this for a second, please? Look at this. Jay, I took a good long look at this. First of all, I love this. This was so smart. And you've given me lots of ideas. I love that you ink stain everything. All right, now we know Jay can do this too. What is with me? I mean, I know I had a stroke, y'all, but seriously, this is impressive. Like, when I stickle or use my pearl drops, like, I can't get them to curl perfectly like that. You did a beautiful job. Each of this is just so perfectly layered. Look how pretty this is. Just take a second to just appreciate it. I sat and looked at it a good while, I gotta tell you. I did, Jay. I was like, wow. And then I studied it because you took the open book acetate from Maggie Holmes and you bravely, and I mean bravely, die cut out and stickled on top of it. And boy, does it ever make it come alive. So folks, like, this is Maggie Holmes, all of it, but it's Maggie Holmes done very differently in a way I've never seen Maggie Holmes done. And I thought, you know, Jay, that's really creative. And it was put on this sort of watercolor paper. So it's like, it looks like this amazing, like, floral work of art. And then I was like, wait, that's Maggie Holmes. Yeah. Really nicely done, Jay. Like, it's showing us, like, you know, Soleil was saying, like, she's not full on vintage, right? She likes a little bit of this, a little bit of that. She loves mixing modern and old. She has a very, I think, a very open aesthetic, but also a brave aesthetic. And she likes to, I understand it, actually. That's why I sent her the Tim Holtz pieces. But Soleil, look at this. Like, this is, when people take Maggie and make it their own, I'm like, wowed. And I feel like Jay really did that with this. You don't even realize how Maggie this is until you study it carefully. It's beautifully done, Jay. Sorry to spend so long on that, but you know me, I don't rush through anything, y'all. And when someone spends the kind of time to invest in making a piece like that, and it's beautiful, and why don't we want to study it? But then Jay sent this darling piece. Look at this. Amazing. Like, and fun, and definitely, again, like, you get this feeling of Maggie, but there's this coordinating lace here and here, and the little star. I loved this. And you know what? I was laughing, Jay, because I was like, you know, again, like, why don't we ever think to use our foam hearts in this way? But you did. Very, very cute idea. All right, and then look at this, darling. Look at this, and I love that you would. Now, I think I want to show them something. First of all, take a look at the shaker envelope. I thought this was such a cute entry and such a good way to send a card. But I'm a little worried, Jay, that I think you had a charm attached to this. Look, right? Here's the thing. There was no charm on it when it arrived. So I don't know at what point in transit we lost the charm on the ATC. That scares me. And then I checked the mailbox and it didn't fall out, like, through the envelope. So I don't know what happened, but we know, guys, there was a charm here because there's a dangle with a jump ring. I love the threading. Ticket, we have layers up, and what's really cool is it's like vellum. I love the bee. The bee is super cute. It's a hardcore bee, and you have to forgive me, there's still some confetti because Jay also tucked it in with really cute confetti. The packaging was amazing. I just wish you could have seen it. Again, it's, you know, like a floral piece, and it's stickled up and really beautifully glittered, and there are these little tiny gemmies. It's just beautiful. It's a lot of fun. The inking is wonderful, and like Michelle, what you can't see back here that Jay's done is that's all, like, this is all inked so that it has this amazing batik, and that's all done by hand, but you can't see it because it's also covered up. So you see that tonality between the dark and the light blue? That's Jay's inking. Amazing entry, Jay. Really, like, amazing entry. So inspiring. So inspiring, y'all. Well, the next one comes from the Domestic Fox, and I was really excited. And I will tell you that the Domestic Fox also sent in the most beautiful angel cards, but I will be sharing those later this week with the other angel cards. But I wanted to tell you that. Oh my gosh, I just swooned. I just swooned, y'all. Like, how can you not just smile for a minute? You just, and I have to say something every time she had like an envelope or a little thing, everything is stamped with the fox. I love that branding. But can now we just take a minute to appreciate this? So this is magical. Like, there is no other word for me to tell you that this is magical. What I didn't know is that your favorite color is ocean blue. Now I know. I also, it's funny. I don't know why I didn't know you lived in Tennessee, but I didn't. All right, so I'm going to describe it to you because you are not going to necessarily be able to see it all. First of all is the amount of work that went behind everything that then got covered up. This is all distressed inked in black, and it was a very smart choice because it made everything pop. But there's also distress inking in like a deep, almost pumpkin. It's beautiful. The work behind on the paper itself, yeah, you can see it, good, is beautiful. Then you have this rosette, and I was trying to feel it, to see like it has this vellum like quality, and I think it's actually vellum coated. Yeah, I think it is. It's beautiful. The fox I had to play with to figure out how you made it. It was several layers of paper built up with foam dots. That's why it's so dimensional. It's actually like there's layer and then another layer with a foam dot between it. I love the teeny little butterfly. I love the metallic threads, but I really love how you collaged all of this, floral and fauna. Just a beautiful ATC. Artistically stunning. Like this is a wowzer for me. I was like, wow. She says as she drops it. This for me really was a wowzer. So now I know your first name is Tiffany, which is also really good for me to know. I was really impressed with this. I just thought it was so beautifully constructed. And it's just also pretty to look at. So that is the Domestic Fox, y'all. It's very exciting entries, I'm telling you. Very, very exciting. All right. The next one's an important one. This is from Tammy. Tammy Stampin' Therapy. And I want to tell you all that she is about six subscribers away from reaching her goal. So while I'm listing all the channels down below, and I'm encouraging you to go and check out everyone's channel, I'm asking you today to go and check out Tammy Stamping Therapy and to please subscribe. Because she's only 6 away from her goal, and we can help her get there. And she has been absolutely incredible this month. I cannot tell you how many people's lives she has blessed this month. In fact, I could tell you. You know what? If we counted, I think it's 8. 8 by herself. Bertha got a box. Leticia got a box. Nilda got a box. Michelle got a box. I'm forgetting people. There's so many people that you blessed this month. You have been a whirlwind of giving. And when I say that she blessed people, I mean she sent them incredible craft supplies. And she also sent die cutters because we had a need. So I want to thank Tammy very much. But I think the very least we can do is support her and help her get to her goal when she's only 6 people away, y'all. So I'm going to put her channel down below. It is Tammy Stamping Therapy. Please go and check her out if you like what you see. And I can't imagine you're not going to. Please subscribe. All right, so I loved one thing for sure about this that I thought was very clever, and it never occurred to me until your card to do it, and of course it was so smart. So just, how when we build a book, we always put like little ribbon pulls so that when we have a tight tuck spot, you can just pull the piece out. Tammy did that on the back, which I thought was so clever because usually our ATCs have tight tuck spots. And I thought, why didn't we ever think to do that before? So I flipped her information around so I can show it to you. See how smart that was? Really smart. So Tammy's a clean crafter. That's very clear. I did not know until today your favorite color is purple. You and Bertha, Blessed Wilson, and Jilly Bean have that in common. There you go. Favorite colors. The other thing you have in common is you like butterflies. So do they. Unbelievable. I was watching thinking, wow, that's something else. See, Bertha, favorite color is purple too. This is incredibly well constructed. The first thing I'm going to tell you is this is chipboard thick, that every edge is perfectly folded. It's layered over. This kind of folding is difficult to do perfectly. It's done perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. Clean crafting is hard to do perfectly because every flaw shows. When you're doing something messy, like a messy mixed media vintage, you can hide a mistake. You can't hide anything in clean crafting. Everything on this is, quite frankly, perfectly constructed. What I loved was how you built dimension. I know you did this for me back here, and I thought it was such a good touch, and I loved it. So in clean crafting, they don't decal, and they don't tear sheets, and they sure don't ink stain them, and they don't ink distress it. I know that Tammy did that. That was a way of incorporating my love for that, and I noticed it right away, and I'm so grateful for it. And I love the fact that you put it behind so that it didn't take away from who you are, but I knew right away why you did it. Over that, you have layered up, and what was a nice technique was how you layered the flower forward over the shoe. I love how you did the banner with just the two gemmies. This kind of gemmy, see, this is what I mean by these like little gemmies I'm in love with. So I thought they were perfect accents here. The green, the sort of blue AB purple in the flower, and then again on the signs were perfect. And it says life is too short by the shoes, and isn't that ever the truth? Oh yeah, no, I'm a shoe fanatic. One day we'll talk about how many pairs of shoes I own. But this was magical. I loved it. I loved it. So this is from Tammy Stampin' Therapy, y'all. I'm telling you, these cards, I don't know. I'm going to be sad when this is over. That's all I got to say. Well, our next one is from our very own Belinda Barton. And I was so touched that you sent me in an ATC. Folks, Belinda's going through a really hard time. She's needed heart surgery, and then they found something worse going on with her, and so they had to postpone her surgery. And then, y'all, her die cutter broke. Yeah, and I know, and I say that with such a serious face, right? Because, okay, we're thinking, okay, heart surgery, that's important. Of course it is. And this other diagnosis she got, devastating, right? And what do I make the face for? The broken die cutter. Because, we're all stuck at home. The ones of us that are stuck at home. If you have a health issue, doesn't matter if your area is open, you're stuck at home. And Belinda's in that category. And her die cutter broke today. So the angels are working on it, y'all. They're working on it because we can't leave her without a die cutter. We can't. And she just bought it not that long ago. Now, the truth is it's under warranty. And they'll replace it. Because I'll tell you, there's a flaw in this particular die cutter. I only learned this from the angels. I didn't know this. I love my sidekick. But the angels told me something important today. Two angels told me. They've both had the same thing happen as Belinda. So we all need to know this. The handle of the sidekick, if you notice, is made out of plastic. The piece attaching it to the die cutter is metal. The angels say the reason why it breaks is that, when you use it a lot, eventually the plastic, they should have made it out of metal like the Big Shot, but they didn't, and so it breaks. But Siskiyou offers a 3-year warranty, so if it breaks in that 3 years, they'll replace it. But that can take like 2 months. And with our current mail, it could be 6. So my heart broke for Belinda today. So I reached out to some of the angels, and we're trying to work out something, because to be stuck at home is already difficult. To be stuck at home with a recent difficult diagnosis and no die cutter, oh no, now we have a problem. We have a problem, and we need to solve it. So we're working on it, Belinda. We're working on it. We're working on it. And by the way, some people made you some masks too, so be checking your mailbox. All right, so I was so excited to get this, and I cannot believe you made this with everything going on with you. I was very touched that you sent in an entry at all. And I want to say that. I want to say thank you. So it's super cute. It's like the Shine Bright Girls, which I love, on butterfly paper, but also Belinda's added lace on the bottom, lace on the top, and then a fluttering butterfly. Look at it. I love these girls. You all know this, and I'm still I have a list of things I want to make, and this is on the list because That is why I love the Capital Chic. It's why I love these new girls that are coming out of Hobby Lobby. And we're finally getting real women, real people that represent America and women in crafting. And it just makes me very happy. So I got this from you, Belinda, and I was like, yes. So Belinda's favorite things are puppies. Me too. Pink, black, pastels, vintage, girl. Now, see, you're the first person to ever call a girly girl. See, I say put a bling on it, but you call it girly girl. Maybe that's really what it's called, y'all. I don't really know. Maybe it is called girly girl. I call it put a bling on it, but what she means is very girly crafting. Very cute. I was so excited. I was really excited. I thought this was amazing. And I thought it was amazing you actually made an entry while going through all of this. Again, I cannot thank you enough for that. The last tonight is from Miss Aguilar. And look how it matched. Oh, it gives me shivers. I almost don't want to take it out of its packaging, but that's not right. Because I got it. I was saying to Carmen today, she has to get to know this crafter much better, because these two are meant to swap together, y'all. I promise you that. Are you ready for this? Carmen, I hope you're watching this tonight, because you're going to freak out. Get ready. And I saw it right away. You're just going to love this design. Give me a second, y'all. Okay, so Cynthia Aguilar's design. Take a look. First of all, just look at it. Carmen, what did I tell you? That's the front. Look at the back. Get ready for it, y'all. And I knew it. I knew it before I took it out of its packaging. I want to make sure I don't tear it, because you know my hands are tough. So she put a tab to let me know, right? I have to be careful not to show you her information. But she made it into a book for me. Yep. Oh, you just changed the way I'm doing so many things. Okay, so this made me laugh. So I did know that Cynthia and I both have a love of coffee. I also drink my coffee black. I also love espresso. She likes chocolate, rainstorms, animals, the water. I would imagine so, because like, wow. You don't do, I know you don't do videos, no Instagram. You're just a maker. You know how I figured that out? So I went to your channel, but like you only list things like my videos or other people's videos. So then I searched Instagram, and the person on there, it just didn't seem like it matched you. But then I was like, maybe it matches you, but maybe it doesn't. Oh my goodness. I was like really trying to figure out. And I realized afterwards, nope, you're just a creative person. She likes all types of crafting. She is open to all types. I was saying to Carmen today that they have to get to know each other better, because do you all see this? Like, I don't even know if I could cover this in another 28-minute video. Yeah, look at it. All I will tell you is that having your creations in my hand makes me want to be a better maker. Your crafting is incredible. You're an incredible crafter. You really are. Look at this. Your layers, your dimension, I mean, it blows me away. I was telling Carmen tonight that there is something about you and the way that you make that makes me think of Carmen. And when I first met Carmen and I was looking at her crafts, I remember thinking, oh my goodness, I'm never going to be this good. And I was looking at your work, and I told Carmen I felt the same way looking at your work. The netting, the layering, the texturing, the dyeing, it's magnificent. It's magnificent. That's just what it is. It's magical. And I mean, I'm not sure which side I like better, the silhouette side of night or the mermaid side. I'm not sure. I just know that I love it. And I know that you've inspired me to do mine differently, because why haven't I thought to make a little book? So I have, Carmen, I don't know how you're going to find her. Here's the thing. She doesn't make videos, and she doesn't do Instagram. But she does come to our community. She is part of our community. And I do have her address, but I need her permission to share it. But you two have to get to know each other. What an amazing round of ATCs. And we're not done yet. I thought we were done. We're not. There's still some more in the box. I told you my neighbor brought over some. So we are not done. We are almost done. And what an experience this has been. I will list everybody's channels down below, except for Miss Aguilar, because she does not do Instagram or YouTube. So you're just going to have to chat with her on the channel. It's the only way to reach her, y'all. She is a regular on our channel, so just wait for her comments and go chat back. It's the only way to contact her. And she's quite a maker. You want to contact her. I'm certain there are so many people that would want to swap with you. I mean, you're just a beautiful maker. I want to thank each and every person. This has just been the most joyful experience for me. Look at tonight. Please don't forget that Tammy stamping therapy, she is so close to reaching her goal. Let's help her get there. And let's not forget to celebrate Michelle Bastian's birthday. To everybody who participated, I just want to say thank you again. This has been the best challenge ever. And look at this amazing art. It's like little works of art. Thank you all so much. All right, that's it for your girl. It is late. You are probably all in bed while I'm filming and uploading this. And I hope you are. And I wish for you sweet dreams. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.